Hello again, NCAC sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of This Week in the NCAC. I'm your host, Brett Billhart. To open this week's show, we want to recognize our first conference champion of the winter sports season, the DePaul University women's basketball team. The Tigers clinched the NCAC women's basketball title on Saturday with an 85-43 triumph over Hiram, improving to 13-0 in league play and 20-1 overall. DPU has now won 3 straight conference championship titles after they also claimed the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference League crowns in 2010 and 2011. Additionally, 19-year head coach Chris Huffman has now amassed 13 conference titles during her tenure at the helm of the DPU women's basketball program. Tiger sophomore Allie Ross earned NCAC Women's Basketball Player of the Week accolades after she posted an 18-point performance in DPU's conference-clinching win over Hiram. On the week, Ross averaged 13.7 points, 3 assists, and 1.3 rebounds per game. The Wittenberg Tigers also made a statement last week, winning 3 straight over Ohio Wesleyan, Hiram, and Allegheny. The Tigers entered the week 1 game under 500 in the NCAC, but have now positioned themselves back in the mix for one of the top 4 seeds in the conference tournament. Senior post Sarah Watson inched within 7 points of the 1,000-point plateau last week after scoring 51 combined points over the 3-game stretch. The final 7 seeds for the conference tournament will be decided over the final 2 weeks of the regular season, which picks back up this Wednesday with 4 games highlighted by Denison hosting Wittenberg. The Big Red will again be tested on Saturday with a road contest against Allegheny. And on the men's side, Wittenberg remains in command of the standings with an 11-1 league mark. Worcester maintains control of the second position with a 9-3 record. Ohio Wesleyan at 8-4 stands in third, while DePaul and Wabash continue to battle it out for the 4th slot with identical 7-5 league records. Worcester ran its current conference winning streak to 6 straight, with victories over Denison and Wabash. Sophomore guard Doug Thorpe triggered the victory over Wabash with 18 points after shooting a perfect 6 of 6 from the field, including nailing 4 3-point buckets. The 18-point output was the second highest of Thorpe's career. Wittenberg withstood a pair of upset bids last week in wins over Allegheny and Ohio Wesleyan. The Tigers were forced to erase a 28-11 first-half deficit against OU en route to their 65-58 victory, and then had to withstand a late rally by the Gators to hang on for the 79-72 triumph. Witt senior forward Clayton Black was named the NCAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week after averaging 16 points and 7.5 rebounds in the victories. Black shot 78% from the field in the victory over Allegheny and shot at a 65% clip in the 2 games combined. Black also pulled down 15 rebounds, dished out 6 assists, and tallied 3 block shots on the week. The Tigers and Fighting Scots will take to the court on Saturday in Springfield, highlighting a week filled with marquee league matchups. Wednesday games to take note of include Wittenberg traveling to Wabash, DePaul hosting Denison, and Worcester traveling to Ohio Wesleyan. While Saturday's action also features Hiram hosting Ohio Wesleyan, Denison traveling to Allegheny, Oberlin hosting DePaul, and Wabash traveling to Kenyon. Let's now move on and shift our attention to the track, where for the second time in the last 2 weeks, Worcester hosted a grouping of NCAC squads in the Scott Center. Joining Worcester on Saturday from the NCAC for the Fighting Scott Invitational was Denison, Kenyon, and Wittenberg, while Baldwin Wallace rounded out the 5-team field. Worcester captured the women's team title with 198 points, followed by BW with 161.5, Wittenberg with 87, Denison with 76.5, and Kenyon with 68. On the men's side, BW ran away with the championship with 183 points, followed by Wittenberg with 111.5, Kenyon with 93.5, Worcester with 89, and Denison with 58. DePaul and Wabash also shared the same track on Friday evening at DPU's annual Small College Tiger Invitational. In the men's standings, Rose Hallman grabbed the team title with 165 points, followed by Wabash with 161.5, Bellarmine with 108.5, Marion with 96, DePaul with 38, and Franklin with 19. Bellarmine captured the women's team title with 220 points, followed by DePaul with 91, Marion with 85.5, Rose-Hulman with 65.5, Franklin with 54, and Robert Morris with 44. Allegheny, Oberlin, and Ohio Wesleyan were also in action last weekend at non-scoring invitationals. Wabash swept the men's side of the weekly awards after setting numerous record-setting performances at the DPU Small College Invitational. Junior Jake Waterman garnered the award for distance and middle distance events after he won the 400-meter dash with a school record clocking of 49.62, surpassing the previous mark of 50 flat set by Nathan Bates in 2005. Waterman was also a member of the winning distance medley relay at DPU. The weekly award for sprint and hurdle events went to Wabash's John Haley, as he also posted a sub-50-second time in the 400-meter dash, finishing in third with a time of 49.92. Haley also finished fourth in the 60-meter hurdles, 8.55, fifth in the 200-meter dash, 23.21, and was a member of the winning 4x400-meter relay. The final men's award for field events went to Little Giant sophomore Joel Byer, who took first in the shot put competition with a winning toss of 47 feet, 5 1/4 inches. The first Women's Weekly Award for distance and middle distance events went to Kenyon junior Kirkley Doyle, who erased a 26-year-old Kenyon record in the 800-meter run with a time of 2:17:20 on Saturday at the Fighting Scott Invitational. For the second time in 2 weeks, Denison sophomore Tiffany Davis collected the weekly honor for sprint and hurdle events. Davis won both the 60-meter dash, 8:01, and the 200-meter dash, 26:24, to lead Denison at the Fighting Scott Invitational. And our final weekly award for women's track and field for field events went to Worcester junior Abina Bwama Achimpong. Abina led the Fighting Scots to the team title at their own invitational after winning the high jump with a school record leap of 5 feet 5 inches. In the coming week, the Ohio-based NCAC squads will highlight the week's action at the annual All-Ohio Invitational. The 2012 All-Ohio meet will be held at Otterbein University in Westerville, Ohio on Saturday beginning at noon. We'll close out this week's show by officially putting to bed the NCAC swimming and diving dual meet schedule. In the final dual meet of the year on the NCAC schedule, DePaul swept Rose-Hulman on Friday. The DPU men swam to a 2:02:57 victory, while the women cruised to a 2:07:44 victory over the Engineers. The men's Athlete of the Week honor went to freshman Casey Hooker, who picked up 3 individual event wins over Rose-Hulman. He won the 100 back, 200 back, and the 200 IM. The Women's Weekly Award went to junior Nicole Rosillo. Rosillo, who returned to the pool after missing several weeks due to injury, led the Tigers to the victory by winning both the 50 free and 100 free. She was also a member of the winning 200 medley relay. In the coming week, Kenyon will host its annual Invitational in Gambier on Friday and Saturday, and then the season will climax on February 15th through the 18th as the league squads will invade the C.T. Brandon Natatorium in Canton, Ohio for the 2012 NCAC Swimming and Diving Championships. For more information on the meet, you can navigate to the swimming and diving homepages on the NCAC website, where you will find a link for the championship website. Fans, once again, thank you for tuning in for another episode of This Week in the NCAC, and we hope you tune in next week as we look forward to continually keeping you up to date on action from across the North Coast Athletic Conference. And as always, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings on your favorite NCAC squads, you can visit our website at www.northcoast.org.